until the trial, but the court set bond at $50,000 and Jones was released.
That the judge said were withheld from the defense. This information the court believes could have proven him innocent.
He went back to what he thought he had to do to keep from getting in trouble.
Since his conviction in '96, Jones has maintained his innocence.
I don't think he's going to actually believe it until he walks out the door.
Each day I get up, I would go sit in my cell.
She believed in what he was saying all the time, and so did we.
Unveiling the harrowing tale of Elwood Jones, brutal slayer scheduled to face fate in 2023. Join us as we delve into the chilling details of his crimes and impending justice. Background and conviction. The case of Elwood Jones centers around the tragic slaying of Rhoda Nathan, a crime that led to his conviction and subsequent demise sentence. In September 1994, Rhoda Nathan, a 67-year-old guest at the Embassy Suites Hotel in Blue Ash, was brutally beaten to demise. Elwood Jones, who worked at the hotel in maintenance, was implicated as the perpetrator and subsequently convicted for her slaying. Nathan's violent demise shocked the community and prompted a thorough investigation. The evidence presented at trial alleged that Jones had a history of criminal activities, including prior felonies for burglary and theft. This history seemed to play a role in establishing him as a suspect. The prosecution's case was built on a series of key elements, notably forensic evidence and witness testimony. One significant piece of evidence was the theory of the fight bite. This theory suggested that a cut on Jones' hand, infected with a bacteria often found in human mouths, was a result of a struggle with Nathan. The prosecution argued that Jones had punched Nathan during the altercation, leading to the transmission of the bacteria. However, Jones maintained that the injury was sustained while disposing of trash in a hotel dumpster.
We're not going to talk about the facts of the case or the charges, as they are still pending.
In a statement after the hearing, Hamilton County Prosecutor's spokeswoman Amy Klausing,
steal what's available probably in less than a minute and be out of there, be back to work.
Jones' prior criminal record and the fight-back theory played a pivotal role in convicting the jury of his guilt. The weight of the evidence led to his conviction in 1995 for the slaying of Rhoda Nathan. This conviction ultimately led to Jones being sentenced to demise, and he awaited his ending date for nearly 3 decades. The slaying of Rhoda Nathan and the subsequent trial cast a shadow over the lives of those involved, leaving a lasting impact on both the victim's family and the community at large. The case highlights the intricate nature of criminal investigations, the role of forensic evidence, and the weight of justice in the face of a brutal crime. Jones' persistent claims. Elwood Jones' case is marked not only by the severity of the crime for which he was convicted, but also by his unwavering claims of innocence. Since his conviction for the 1994 slaying of Rhoda Nathan, Jones has consistently asserted that he had no involvement in the brutal crime. Despite the evidence presented at his trial and the subsequent legal proceedings, he remains resolute in his belief that he is not the perpetrator. Jones' assertions of innocence have persisted over the years, resonating through various appeals and legal battles. His steadfast stance forms the crew of his fight against his demise sentence. He maintains that he was wrongfully convicted and that the evidence used to incriminate him was flawed or misinterpreted. One key aspect of Jones' defense revolves around challenging the forensic evidence known as the fight-bite theory.
Is one way Elwood Jones says he's tried to live a positive life on death row.
It's, as Elwood said, sufficient to say that he does not have any idea who was involved with the murder.
said Jones's original conviction has been held up by 10 different appeals courts.
He contests the interpretation that the cut on his hand, infected with bacteria, often found in human mouths, was a result of a struggle with Nathan. Instead, he contends that the injury occurred while disposing of trash, casting doubts on the prosecution's narrative. Jones' consistent assertion of innocence have garnered attention not only from his legal team but also from advocates who questioned the fairness of his trial and conviction. These advocates point to potential gaps in the evidence, procedural irregularities, and concerns about the reliability of certain forensic conclusions. As Jones' ending date approaches, his steadfast claims of innocence remain a powerful narrative within the larger context of his case. Unpredictable delays. Elwood Jones' journey through the legal system has been characterized by a series of unexpected delays and twists, resembling a roller coaster ride of uncertainty. Initially scheduled for ending in April 2021 for the 1994 slaying of Rhoda Nathan, Jones' fate took an unforeseen turn. His ending was rescheduled to December 6, 2023, but not due to his efforts to secure a new trial. The delays stem from Ohio Governor Mike DeWine's decision to halt endings due to issues surrounding lethal injection and the absence of an alternative method.
Justice for Rhoda Nathan doesn't mean convicting and trying to execute somebody who...
He had I'm convinced, no intention of finding anyone there or killing anyone there. But when he did,
I asked everyone to look at this case, every person I wrote.
The COVID-19 pandemic further complicated matters, causing multiple postponements of Jones' hearing, initially slated for the spring and then rescheduled for the summer. The pandemic's impact on the nation's courts made it increasingly difficult for defendants, especially those claiming innocence, to be heard. Jones' legal battle for a new trial faced setbacks beyond his control, leaving him and his legal team frustrated. Amid these fluctuations, the uncertainty surrounding Jones' fate persists, emphasizing the intricacies of the criminal justice system and the unexpected factors that can significantly influence the course of justice. Rescheduling of ending date. Elwood Jones' looming ending date, initially set for April 2021, underwent an unexpected reprieve. The ending was rescheduled to December 6, 2023, but the shift wasn't a result of Jones' pursuit of a new trial. Rather, the change was prompted by Ohio Governor Mike DeWine's decision to hold endings due to challenges related to lethal injection and the lack of a designated alternative method. DeWine's rationale was rooted in the belief that Ohio's current options for ending were problematic and needed re-evaluation. This adjustment underscored the evolving landscape of capital punishment and the complexities involved in carrying out endings within the legal parameters.
Get a new trial? Who does that to somebody? Who does it?
Until the trial, but the court set bond at $50,000 and Jones was released.
Pull out my typewriter, usually write a letter to somebody.
While the rescheduled ending offered a temporal extension to Jones, it did not directly address his claims of innocence or the quest for a new trial. Instead, it cast a spotlight on the broader issues surrounding the demise penalty and ending methods in the state of Ohio, creating a hiatus in the implementation of capital punishment and further intensifying the debate around its ethics and practicality. Governor's decision. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine's decision to halt endings held significant implications for Elwood Jones' impending ending. DeWine's rationale stemmed from concerns surrounding the state's method of ending, primarily lethal injection, and the absence of a feasible alternative. He expressed reservations about the ending process efficacy and reliability, prompting him to postpone endings, including Jones. The governor's decision reflected the complexities and controversies surrounding lethal injection as a means of capital punishment. Challenges such as obtaining the necessary drugs for procedure and concerns about its potential cruelty had led to mounting scrutiny in legal battles.
The state previously asking a judge to hold him without bond.
But they kept saying, no, he's guilty. 27 years, now he's gonna get a new trial.
Asking someone just to look at this case.
DeWine's move was driven by a recognition that these issues required comprehensive resolution before proceeding with endings. Jones' rescheduled ending date was not a result of his legal efforts for a new trial, but rather an outcome of DeWine's acknowledgement that Ohio's ending methods needed re-evaluation. Complexities in evidence. Elwood Jones' case is marked by intricate layers of evidence and the challenges he has faced while on demise row. Adding to the complexity, a mysterious necklace discovery emerged as compelling yet contentious evidence. Police reported finding a pendant in Jones' work toolbox, later identified as belonging to Nathan. However, the circumstances surrounding its discovery, combined with a delay in charging Jones for the crime, raised questions about the necklace's significance and its impact on the case. With grappling with these intricate details, Jones' experience on Demise Row has been one of isolation and frustration.
But I know when it hits him and he realizes it, he's going to be absolutely thrilled.
It's what his family's been waiting for 27 years.
Jones' defense team says they too want justice for the victim.
As his ending date approached, Jones found his quest for a fair hearing repeatedly delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. With hearings postponed and visitors banned due to safety concerns, Jones faced increased seclusion, amplifying the emotional and psychological strain of his predicament. Rhoda Nathan's tragic story. Rhoda Nathan's story is a tragic and somber reminder of the human cost of violent crime. The 67-year-old victim met an untimely and brutal end in September 1994 when she was viciously beaten to demise in her hotel room at the Embassy Suites in Blue Ash. Her life was cut short in a senseless act of violence that shocked the community. Nathan's life and memory are woven into the fabric of Elwood Jones' case as the prosecution sought justice for her tragic demise. The details of her slaying underscore the importance of seeking truth and accountability in criminal proceedings as her family and loved ones sought answers and closure. As the legal proceedings surrounding Jones' conviction and appeals unfold, it is crucial to remember that at the heart of this complex narrative lies a victim whose life was unjustly taken. Her story serves as a poignant reminder of the impact of violent crime on individuals and communities alike, highlighting the need for a fair and thorough pursuit of justice that honors her memory and upholds the principles of the legal system. That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.